Now I want to share a little bit of my concerns that I have as of right now regarding, you know, with current events, and I'm not talking about anything. What I'm speaking of is the La Palma Canary Island volcanic eruption off the coast of Spain. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a little, if you can tell, I'm a little on edge. I'm a little anxious because for multiple years, I've been having dreams of New York City getting hit by a large wave, the Empire State Building literally crumbling right in front of me. I watched the spire of the Empire State Building. If you drive from the New Jersey side, you know what I'm talking about. I think it's Route 3, right before you hit 495 highway, that stretch, right before you hit the Lincoln Tunnel. You see the skyline open up right in front of you. But that wasn't where I was. I was watching from like a bird's eye view above, which I don't know how, because there's no point regardless of that fact. I literally seen the Empire State Building just like crumble. You know when you're eating soup and you have the crackers, right? And you crack them, right, with your hand, and you drop them in there, but they're in little bits and pieces. That's exactly how I viewed. That's exactly what it was. That's the best way I can describe it, was like crumbling bits and pieces. And I just remember the top like of the observatory floor. That's upwards of like the 100th floor. The spire, or what you would call the satellite, up at the top of the building, that was the only thing left intact. And I literally seen it come undone from the building. And I also had other dreams of me being in a facility with big glass panes. And next thing you know, you see ocean water rising. And then you just hear the smacking. You just hear the smacking of water on the glass. And then you just hear, like, you just hear the glass cracking. And it's not going to hold. And I know this. I'm aware of this in the dream. And then the water comes rushing in from the large window panes. And next thing you know, we have to escape from this building. It is me and my father's side of my family. We have to escape, and I didn't see them after that. As soon as the water came into the facility, I did not see them anymore. And you know, I'm just speechless right now, because it's like, what am I supposed to believe? Now there's a volcanic eruption, right? And if you're somebody like myself who wonders, like, well, this has got to end, you know? The world's got to end. Your way of living has got to end. How is it going to end? And they say volcanic eruptions, and here it is right in front of us. Here it is right in front of my own eyes. You know, there's talks of like the looming threats of World War III, and then you have, you know, shortages on food and things along those lines. The Freedom Convoy in Canada, where several truck drivers are protesting against the mask mandates or vaccine mandates in Canada. All these things, and the only thing that I can really say has brought me worries is that volcanic eruption. Because if that part of that island comes undone, that is several tons of land, several tons of rock crashing into water. Now, just think about when you're on the toilet and you drop a massive dump, right? You drop a load into the toilet. Think about what happens. And that's on a small scale, right? That's a bad way of putting it. But just imagine, right? You're in a pool and you're creating waves. That's on a small scale. You just got to think about large scale. And I don't believe in coincidences. Why is it that I have these dreams? I don't speak to very many people, but it's like people are just going on living their lives. When you're gonna go to work? When you're gonna do this? When you're gonna get your vaccine shot? And the only thing that is coming to mind is how am I supposed to prepare for this? I'm in one of the most densely populated geographical areas in this country. And then you think that when that news hits, like, oh yeah, this is when they broadcast that news for the world to see, it'll be too late. You know? And I'm struggling with the idea of, well, what do I do? That wasn't the only dream of confirmation. There was another dream where I found myself in a helicopter, right? I don't know how, but I was definitely above Manhattan because there were water levels rising, and I still seen the tops of buildings. I still seen the roofs of buildings in a city epicenter. And I just remember the waters rising and the vivid imagery of me literally fighting my way to the top. To the top, above the outermost layer of this water that I found myself underneath. I was fighting to the top of that. And then when I finally reached it, a sigh of relief that I can finally breathe. Like I could take a deep breath and just realize that I've somewhat made it. But no, it continues, you know. Vivid imagery of me in like a hotel room and just seeing the waves crash into the island of Manhattan. It's just ridiculous. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, what is there to do? What course of action am I supposed to take? Because, oh my God, I don't know. I have no idea. Well, I hope this news reaches you well. I don't want to put fear in anybody's heart. I don't want to. People are sitting here and just living, you know, vicariously. I couldn't even tell you by definition what that fucking word means. But people are just living their life like Kendrick Lamar has a very good set of lyrics in his song. The feeling of an apocalypse happening, but nothing is awkward. I don't know. I feel like something is upon us. I can't really put my finger on it. But if I had to guess, I'd say it'd be a big wave coming and washing over the eastern coast of the United States. And I say that with as much certainty as I possibly can. I don't believe in a lot of things,